Good morning, boomers. The voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Today we're talking about the Bitcoin hash rate reaching an all-time high while the price continues to decline. We're under fire there on the left and right flank. Bitcoin dipping under 8,000. Not quite unexpected, somewhat unexpected to the champ, although some boomers were giving us the heads up and warning last week. I thought it would maybe touch 88, but we broke that support, and since then we are readjusting our target zones. Make sure you check out yesterday's live stream. We addressed that. Today we continue to see where the price may head to, and we'll check out the hash rate, which is reaching an all-time high. I think this is interesting. The price just went down. Hash rate is starting to go back up. We saw a dip on the hash rate, which is the total mining power of the computing power of the blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain network. There was a sharp decline right before this price dump. So the question is if the hash rate is correlated to the price. Good morning, champ. I got my notification today. Kaboom. Let me drop a bomb. Excellent. Johnson Cackery says, hello, champ. I'm playing game. We'll be back after half an hour. There you go, Johnson. Enjoy your game. Guys, make sure you are touching the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. I need you caressing all those buttons. Stay tuned in to the good crypto word that we spread here every single day, weekdays, late mornings, early afternoons, and we take the weekends off, unless there's something, out of the ordinary, which usually there isn't, but, you can count on us Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'll pop up on you on the weekends, but you know the deal, the ding ding, you know the deal, Steven. Touch the buttons, button it up. I need you guys definitely wearing up the button shirts. I don't want you rocking Mitchell and Ness jerseys like it's 2006, 2007, guys. Okay, enough with that. And for you guys getting these long commie beards, I need you guys shaving it up. Although I need to shave a little bit myself. Happy Friday, maniacs! I see you main event. One of our Steamosaurus is out there. Steam looking, like all the altcoins, everything's looking pretty dismal. It looks like an altcoin famine, and I wouldn't expect any of these altcoins to gain weight until Bitcoin prices rises up. Johnson's asking, will the Bitcoin price rise up? I don't think so, not just yet. I mean, if it will. I mean, I'm definitely bullish on Bitcoin for the mid to long term. Now, for the short term, like within the next few days, we could expect some more declines, and we talked about that yesterday. Some are saying maybe even 6,000, which is a possibility. I shared a chart that was quite insightful yesterday during the live stream. I recommend you guys to go check it out. Today we'll continue to look at charts, and we'll talk about this hash rate and then possible reasons for this price collapse that we've experiencing, and more. Passive Crypto Show, kaboom! I see you. And Steven is buttoning it up, as you should. Indeed, guys. Stay spruced up. I need you guys cleaned up. I don't want any sloppy crypto maniacs there in the box. Kaboom, back with the best. Indeed. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We got 210 Crypto Maniacs live. We are live worldwide. I need you guys dropping a comment here. Let me know what side of the globe you're booming from. You can check out the Bitcoin charts over here on TradingView. This is the information out of Coinbase, excuse me, not CoinDesk. 7131 on Coinbase. 7138. This is real-time information. I would expect things to perhaps go down. Right now, you can see technical analysis is saying sell for the 1 days, and we're still under fire here, under attack on the left and right flank. This could be interpreted as an opportunity for many boomers out there, being that the price is on a discount. Let's check out today's math over there on CoinMarketCap. Let's see how healthy things are looking, or ill, depending on how your opinions are. NordVPN just hit me up with an ad. Let me click on it and get some free BAT tokens. I get ads via the Brave browser, which blocks out all the ads I don't want. And when I do get a little pop-up here on the bottom right-hand corner, you click on it and you can earn some BATs. You can too by downloading the Brave browser. You can start earning those BAT tokens, and you can also tip your favorite publishers that are verified through Brave, including Champagne, directly through that browser. Getting straight back to it here, market cap looking slim, $211 billion. This thing could be headed to 200. Bitcoin dominance at 68%. Bitcoin at 8,000 there on CoinMarketCap, at 79 on Coinbase. Ether at 163. You got Bitcoin Cash at 212, Litecoin at 54. Has Litecoin gained any weight against Bitcoin? Maybe it has. It's about the same. Today it's on the green against Bitcoin, but it's basically where it's been at, 0.0067. We've seen it go like 0.0068, but nothing exciting. EOS at 276, Binance at $15, Satoshi Vision. I can't believe there's people still believing in this coin. I mean, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Even the court says we don't believe you. So, no shout outs to the fake Toshis out there. Stellar at 5 cents, Leo at 105, Cardano at 3 cents, Monero at 56, Tron 1 cent, and Huobi at 306. Is there any gainers today? You got Dragon Coins, which is a new kid on the block. Never heard of it. You got BitShares. I like BitShares. I'm a member, lifetime member on the BitShares network. BitShares is a decentralized exchange. I like it. And, I still use BitShares. Not all the time, but it's still there. And BitShares is created by Dan Larimer, same gentleman that did Steam and EOS. Crypterium's up. ABBC coin. This coin has had a lot of action. ABBC coins had a lot of action in the past month to two. I don't know much about it, but it seems like it pumps and it dumps a lot. Raven, Synthex, and Ren. I'm not really interested in any of these coins. Is there any good deals out there? Loom, Bitcoin Diamond. I don't care about. Beam is interesting. Beam is a Mimblewimble coin that has a limited circulating supply. This one's a cool coin. I like it. Nexo, Lambda, Rift, Nano. I'm not really interested. So, looks like Beam is the only one that's attracting me as far as a super discount, although I haven't bought. Taru TG says, hello from Miami. We will pass 16K before November. Hopefully. I mean, I'll take it. But, right now we're trying to get back to 10K. Passive Crypto shows out of the United Kingdom. Shout out to everybody in the United Kingdom. And Steven says it's 7.9K there on Binance. Indeed, yeah, we have the Coinbase stats up right now, but basically the same, 79.40. Let's check out this information about the Bitcoin hash rate. If you have been tuning into the Bitcoin hash rate, the hash rate is the total amount of computing power that's supporting the Bitcoin network. Basically the miners. Now, it was recent that there was a very dramatic dip in hash rate power. It looks like either some main miners got knocked offline or they unplugged, or we don't know exactly what happened, but the hash rate dramatically decreased not too long ago, right here before this price decline. And I'm wondering if there's a correlation. You could check out this article there on news.u.today. Nobody knows what happens, it says. Yeah, and I can agree. I don't know what happened with the hash rate, but Bitcoin hash rate has reached a new all-time high of 108 EH. I don't know if that's terahash or it's more than a terahash. An exahash, I would say. I don't know. But EH, which is probably an exponential terahash, on September 27, which flies in the face of those who question the robustness of the network. However, it might soon experience another massive drop if the Bitcoin price doesn't hold above 7,500. You could see here 108.5 EH. Again, I think it's exahash, or someone may want to correct me here in the chat box. I know there's terahash, but I don't know what the E stands for. I assume that it's an exponential tera. Maybe I'm wrong, but the hash rate went down 30% and then went back up. Nobody knows what happened. The network's hash rate suddenly crashed by more than 30% on September 24th. This preceded one of the biggest Bitcoin price drops of the year, as reported by U.Today. The top coin crashed to the $7,900 level on September 25th. It's interesting. It's true. I mean, the 24th, there was a sudden crash in hash rate, and then not too long thereafter, seems like the day after, the price dropped to 7,900. Now, all of a sudden, the hash rate is recovering today. It's back to a new all-time high. So there's more people mining Bitcoin now than ever. So will we expect the price to go back up now if they're directly correlated? I don't know. Main Event says Dan likes to create projects, then ditch them, it seems. Yeah, it seems so. Truce in the building. Shout out to Truce. It's nice to see you in the box. Passive Crypto Show says, I don't know how I feel about Dan. I can understand how people feel some type of way. It seems like he starts a project and just kind of, dumps it and go on to the next one. But, I used all those blockchains. I use Steem, I use BitShares, and I'll say I use Steem and BitShares more than I use EOS. I use Steem and BitShares more than I use EOS, and then EOS is ranked as a higher coin. So, shout out to Main Event, Passive Truths, Taru TV, and the rest of the pumpers out there. Let's check out more possible reason for this Bitcoin price collapse. This is also out of news.u today. And here are the reasons they're saying that the price crashed. They don't list anything about the hash rates here, but here's some other theories. There was an overhyped launch of the Bitcoin futures on Bakkt. Yesterday, I talked about how these big events that everybody expects to be bull flags usually end up in being, a bear market. The CME futures, the consensus, the Bakkt. It all seems like thereafter those things occurred, the price drops. You could check out the information on those charts that on our yesterday's live stream. Going back to this article, so reasons for the collapse, possible reasons: overhyped launch of Bitcoin futures on Bakkt, Libra's launch slowed down, major sell-off might have driven Bitcoin price collapse, and then expert making bullish forecast. And that's true. I mean, I said this just the other day. Everybody was bullish, and usually things do the opposite. Van Eck canceled their ETF after only 4 Bitcoin worth of blocks sold. So far, Bakkt has doubled that to a whopping 8 Bitcoin. Institutional money ain't excited. Yeah, there you go. So, everybody was expecting institutional money to boom this thing. And I told you guys, don't get so excited about the suits and the banks. Usually the opposite happens. Libra's launch has been slowed down. The regulators are all over it. Major sell-off might have driven the Bitcoin price collapse. And maybe too many experts making bullish forecasts. You could see that gentleman, Aluna, or the founder of Aluna Social. Remember when they said that the last time Bitcoin went under 10,000 was the last time we'll ever see it under 10K. So, it seems like it was way too positive. I would say people were like, everybody was thinking it was going to kapump. On a long-term plan, is it wise to buy now on a small account? Says, what, I don't know. I'm not your crypto daddy, but, I'm certainly holding Bitcoin, Steem still has a strong community of users, actual use cases, and zero transaction fees. It's surprising it gets no press. Yeah, it is. It is surprising. I think, though, the problem Main Event with Steem is that there's, the coins are centralized with the whales. And it seems like, those that got in. So there's, too much inequality on that blockchain, if you ask me. And also, I look at downvoting as a form of like economic terrorism in a way. People get turned off by that. If you're a new user, you start posting and then here comes some guy and just downvotes you with 1 vote, can take away all your earnings. I think that there's too much power in the downvote with Steem. That being said, I love the blockchain. I think it's an excellent blockchain, and it's definitely a use case to how blockchain could be used in the real world. And another thing with Steem, I think the rate of inflation is a little too high. But a lot of the whales have actually powered down to zero. You're right. Much love to all my crypto brothers. Stay positive. Maybe that's the case now on Main Event, that they've all powered down to zero as of late. But, there was a point that Steem went to like $6, $7 and, they were getting people on board and it was working. And somehow they fumbled the ball with not streamlining the signing up process. I think that they really screwed up there. Steem is on sale now. It's the time to get whale status. I powered up 50,000 last night. There you go. Congratulations. I don't know. I'm not, as much as I'm a Steamosaurus and all these things, I'm not entirely convinced that, Steem is going to have another run. I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced. Right now, I'm holding on to that bits, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I'm still on Steem and I'm posting and everything, but do I want to acquire 50,000 Steem? I'd rather use that to Bitcoin, but I can see your logic there, Truce. I mean, if it's ever going to resurrect and, come back from the dead, it's definitely a time to start taking stabs at it. I mean, it's basically pennies on the dollar. Main Event says, Truce, what's your Steem name? Mine's at Main Event. Yeah, his name is @Truce. Yeah, and I'll continue to post there. And let's see where it all goes to. But yeah, many of the whales did power down to zero. So maybe that whale thing is not as much as a factor as it was before. But people already experienced some negativity there with the whales in the past, and maybe that just rubbed them the wrong way, and they're not coming back to play. You also have another platform that I've been checking out called Publisher 0x that's allows content creators to earn crypto, and they're saying they're crypto agnostic. They're giving out different coins or whatnot, and they're more like a medium.com. So you got competitors as well, but they're giving out the coins themselves. They're not. It's not like a blockchain or anything. So I don't know how sustainable that is either. Let's go ahead and check out whether Bitcoin will retest more lows. So this one is out of ENG.AMB Crypto. Bitcoin to retest lows of 77.30 and 78 in the next 24 to 48 hours. And we're basically there. So this is right. This was written at the beginning of the day. Bitcoin's 20% drop in the past 2 days have proved once again that Bitcoin's highly volatile and that anything can happen in the next few days or hours. The drop caused liquidations worth approximately $700 million on BitMEX. These market makers, man, I shared an article at the beginning of the week about the market makers perhaps manipulating this market so we can have some action. And look, I mean, BitMEX, there was 700 million liquidated there. So, Ty City says, what's up, champ? What's up, Ty? Passive Crypto says, I'm still on Steemit, but not as active at Income Pal. Okay. Yeah, I'm still posting there. You'll catch me on Steam. I still post there. All the vids, we'll post up. And if we ever get knocked offline here, you guys could go check me out over there. We'll rendezvous. If they ever take this channel down, I'll post back up there and let you guys know where, you can find me there on Steam. You can't censor Steam. I mean, you could censor Steemit, but not Steam. True says, yeah, I definitely have my Bitcoin bags too. Yeah, there you go. I mean, listen, I love Steam. I'm going to be honest with you. I truly do. I love Steam. I've been rocking with Steam for a while. And I think if not, it's probably the blockchain that I've used the most. And, but you got to be realistic. Look at the charts. I mean, the charts look like death, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Look at that Steam chart, Steam at 12 cents? Ugh. I mean, listen, I can see why you bought it. I mean, it's basically, they're giving it out for free, but look at this chart. This chart looks pretty bad. Let's look at the year to date. Even the year to date looks bad. So it's like, every single time that I've wanted to get more Steam, I'm glad I didn't because it ends up going down, I did get some Steam though. Sometime I would say in and around the time that I talked to the gentleman Aggroed from the Steam engine, around that time I got more Steam, but ever since then the price went down more too. So, I think I'm in the right to, say these things about Steam because I use it. So, you can't call me a Steam hater when I'm there posting all the time, but I'm going to call it how I see it, We got to be realistic out here. And I said this, it's all about being honest, guys. Sometimes, everybody wants to say, everything's the best. And sometimes you got to look at, the back of the coin and say, is there a downside here? I'm still on Steemit, but not as active. One of the worst chats from amongst the known cryptos, says Passive Crypto Show. I'm not sure what you're saying. Like, with the chats there are not good, or I'm not understanding that. We got 14 crypto maniacs watching. I encourage you guys. Okay, I think yesterday's stream was important because we basically readjusted our targets, and I think there's a possibility here, guys, that we may continue to dip further. 6,000 may be the target. Maybe we don't fill 6,000, but the possibility of us filling that Fibonacci retracement at 0.17 that I shared yesterday, that graph is worth checking out. It says that we're in the second accumulation phase, and we may pull back to as low as $6,000 before that strong bull run sometime after the halvening, which could propel Bitcoin to over 100,000, says that technical analysis. Now, You know how I've been saying? I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody's so bullish about this happening that I'm going to say that there's a strong possibility that, yes, we will boom, okay, from where we're at now. But we may fall short from that all-time high. Look what happened to Litecoin, okay? We all expected Litecoin to kapump, and it did. Don't forget, Litecoin started the year off like at $20. And that right before the halving, like a week or two, it reached like 150. So it like 6x in a year. Okay. I expected it to go closer to its all-time high, which was about $300, at least to go over 200, but it fell short. Now one must ask ourselves, let's say that this thing goes to 6,000, holds around 6,000 or 7,000, and then it pumps for the all-time high to 16, 17,000. Maybe it falls short of 20,000. I would still consider that a major boom, but a lot of people may be disappointed at that because you've been hearing 50,000, 100,000. Guys, don't be greedy. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't be greedy. There's a lot of greed out there. People think that they're going to get $100,000 Bitcoin overnight, and you may have to settle for a $18,000 Bitcoin. When Steam was 7 cents, the chart looked the worst as well. Yeah, listen, Truce, I'm not trying to FUD whatever you did. I mean, shout out to you. I got to go upvote you because, kaboom. I like Steam, and I always tell people about Steam. I'm just, I'm questioning, will it ever resurrect from the dead? Because, I've been waiting for it to go back up ever since, I was on the train when it was like $6, $7. So, you rode a train when it was $6 and now it's, 20 cents. What was it again? 12 cents? 12 cents, guys. Wow. You got to ask yourself at what point you want to step off the train, or stop buying at least, I know I stopped buying Steam. I'm going to be honest with you. I stopped buying. And I'll continue to, and I'm powering down. You should always power down on Steam. You always leave the gate open, and whether you actually sell it or not, you can repower up while you're powering down. A lot of people didn't know that you could power up while you're powering down. I've been sticking with Bitcoin and ETH, as well as some change in Litecoin for quick, cheap transactions whenever Bitcoin and ETH are expensive or congested. Yeah, that sounds good. Listen, I've been sticking with Bits and ETH as well. I still got Litecoin, and hell, I still got Steam. I still got over 1,000 Steam there, which is not much, but I still got some Steam. So I feel you guys. I'm not against it at all. I like Steam. I like ETH, and shit, I like Litecoin too. But I think my Litecoin bags were too heavy. If we ever see a resurrection, it will come after the Bitcoin pump and newcomers start using Steam like it's Facebook of crypto, same as last time. Yeah, I agree with that, Truce. If we see any pump on any of these altcoins, it's going to have to wait till after Bitcoin finds its new price with this next halving event that's happening in May. Whether it would hit all-time highs, pass all-time highs, fall short, like maybe it could happen. It just needs to find that new price, settle down, settle down. Right now, we're still in, this volatile stage. This thing's, you're going to see some wild swings. We may see a dip down to 6K. It may go back to 10K. Right now, that volatility's here, but I do expect it to settle at a higher price. Now, how high? I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. At the beginning of the year, I did think that this halving event could propel us to $30,000, $35,000. But while I still believe that is a strong possibility, I have some doubts. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that, we got to be prepared for a possible Litecoin scenario where things do increase in value, but they fall short. I want to throw it out there for you boomers, because I know a lot of you boomers have been rocking with me, stacking and hodling, at 2,000, 3,000 and continue DCAing. And a lot of you guys have a few bits that on average, maybe you've bought for $5,000, $4,000. So, guys, don't get too greedy. If it goes back to 20, you may want to consider taking some profits. Shout out once again to Truce, Passive Crypto, and the rest of the boomers out there. I'll take a few more comments and questions, and I'll leave this chart up while we chat. Champagne doing some yard work this morning. Guys, go out there and work with your hands out there. Go out and work with your hands. I had to, weed the garden. I got some fruit trees out there. I got some limes. I got a mango out there. I got some herbs. And I was telling you guys, maybe in the next boom, I get a little bit of land and I throw some chickens out there. I told you. Champ, what's your thoughts on the Bitcoin stock to flow chart or the 4-year cycle theory? I'm not, to be honest with you, I have no idea what that is. To be honest with you, Truce. I mean, Champ keeps it real. I've never heard of the Bitcoin stock to flow chart or the 4-year cycle theory, but maybe that's similar to those halving events in the Fibonacci retracements that I showed on yesterday's chart. Guys, I'm telling you, yesterday's live stream is worth checking out. I don't see the halving bringing more new money into crypto space. Even that would be a hype pump. You may be right, Ty. I'll tell you this. I think new money is going to come in if and when, or when and if we go into new all-time highs. I think that's when retail comes in, when they start FOMOing out. Because, the regular guy, he's already heard of $14,000, $15,000 Bitcoin. That doesn't get him excited. He doesn't feel like he's missing out on anything. They've already heard of those prices. So, the regular Joe Schmo on the street is not going to feel the FOMO unless there's prices that he's never heard of. Like, oh, there's a $30,000 Bitcoin, a $25,000 Bitcoin. Maybe they'll flood in. So you may be right there, Ty. Unless we get new money in, we may be just trading in these within prices that we've already experienced before. That's why I'm thinking there's a strong possibility that, yeah, we do pump for the halving. The price does go up, but not as high as it did before. So, but how would you feel if you've been holding Bitcoin since it was $3,000, $4,000 and it boomed to $16,000, $17,000? I mean, you just 5x'd in a couple years, maybe less. That's not a bad deal, guys. I don't need you guys getting too greedy on the champ. Don't be holding out for $100,000, $200,000 Bitcoin. Don't let the mainstream media fool you. Homegrown, home cooked is the way to go indeed. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Here's the charts. Expect something to dip a little bit lower, And again, it's still a good deal. If you're DCAing, it's excellent, excellent. So listen, short term on the technicals, I would expect things to go down. Let's look at the trading view technicals, actually. Technicals for the 1 day still read sell, sell. But believe it or not, these oscillators are reading buy. This is a little bit more favorable than what the technicals were reading yesterday. Let's check out 1 week out. And this is, again, based on moving averages and oscillators. They're still saying sell, sell. But look, okay, this is not actually different because yesterday and the day before when we were looking at the technicals for the 1 week, they were still reading buy. Now they've turned into sell, sell, and one say neutral. So the situation has gotten a little more grim. Let's look what the 1 month are saying. The 1 month still looks good with buy, buy, and strong buy. So we keep our eyes on this. And as I said yesterday, I'm not crazy about TAs and this technical analysis, but as institutional money and these market makers that are part of the legacy system continue to pour into crypto. They're here, and this market is more mature than it was just a year or two ago. So the TA and the charts, they prove truer than they did just maybe a few months ago. I'm just waiting for Wall Street to dip in again and take profit. Let's see. I mean, Wall Street may be taking profit right now there, Ty. I mean, they don't think that, Wall Street can make profit off the short. Too. And then check out that article we shared on, I think, Monday or Tuesday about the market makers pulling the plug, and they know that people will buy the dip. It's a good article that you may want to check out. But yeah, Truce, I have no idea what the Bitcoin stock to flow chart is or the 4-year cycle theory. If I told you I did, I'd be lying to you. And, the champ is not lying to the crypto maniacs out there. On that note, guys, if there's no more comments and questions, I'm going to go ahead and land the plane and continue doing what I'm doing out there. Always a pleasure. Ty City, I appreciate you. Passive crypto, I appreciate you. Truce, I appreciate you. Thank you to all the boomers out here sharing this on your feeds. indeed, have a great weekend, okay? And if you have a couple in the chambers, look out. You could fire. Maybe you guys have, bought a little bit when it went into the 8K range. Maybe you can buy a little bit as it dips. Don't try to time the market, though. Forget about timing the market. Average it all out. Nobody can time this thing, okay? You can't sit like, someone yesterday was saying, I'm waiting for it to go to 6 or 5 and then I'll buy. If you're waiting for a specific number, I don't know. You got to be careful with that. But we could expect things to go lower. How low? Again, yesterday's chart read that the $6,000 range may be a possibility. But even that chart is bullish going into next year. We'll keep that sniper score ready in DCA. Indeed. Let me go ahead and snipe out a funny bunny. Boom, and click on this ad. Boom, boom, boom. Guys, click on the Brave browser. Start earning some bats, guys. Why not? On that note, I'm out of here. Shout out to Passive Ty, Truce, and the rest of the boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto, thanks for tuning in. Where's my bomb?